Hello everyone, we are group 11. So we'll be presenting the weekly deliverables. Noble will start the presentation.
Hello, my name is Noble and I am going to present on the weekly deliverable one. So this case is in context of U Heal Hospital, which is a multi-speciality hospital with a long history of serving the community. To err is human is the response whenever someone commits a mistake, slips or lapses. In the mentioned scenario, Dr. B is an experienced surgeon well committed to his work, but due to burnout, he forgets to order for warfarin, which is an anticoagulant for the prevention of deep vein thrombosis in the patient with the hip fracture surgery. On the other hand, Sophie is a registered nurse who has worked for 8 years in the medical unit and is extremely confident of the medical capabilities of Dr. B. She does not contradict the orders of Dr. B for not prescribing warfarin and thinks that he must have a good reason for that. However, she aims to ask him the following day but forgets due to tiredness. On the contrary, Zhu W, who is a junior nursing student, catches this error by looking at the order sheet of the patient. He reminds Sophie about it and then she remembers to ask Dr. B, on which the doctor mentions that he must have forgotten and gives a verbal order for warfarin to the patient. Therefore, realizing and rectifying the mistake on time prevented the patient from developing the deep vein thrombosis post-operatively. However, performing a root cause analysis of the problem is essential as it prevents the future errors and enhances the safety of the patient. Equitable distribution of workload is crucial to prevent the burnout amongst the care providers, and recording and reporting the omissions timely without the blame game is extremely important in conjunction to improving the system features such as EMR, which is also essential to prevent such errors in the future.
Hello everyone, myself Rajendra and I'm from group 11. I will represent weekly deliverable 2. First of all, introduction. It's the scenario that is related to medical errors. So demonstrated scenario is completely based on medical errors and its outcomes. There was a patient of 73 years old who was arrhythmic, that is heart related condition, and got a handwritten prescription which led to an error in the tablets. Like as he got Synthroid instead of Rethmol is a antiarrhythmic medicine and Synthroid is for thyroid conditions. So it's a completely opposite medicine. The main cause of the life-threatening error has been discussed in the scenario, and various measures are suggested so that reduce these chances of error in the future as it can be a harmful. And next one is various reasons for the occurred mistake are kept in the investigating process, such as workload and burnout. These conditions can lead to errors. So after that, there is the way how we can deal with the errors, how future can be safe. So system to improve errors. Firstly, for the improvement which are necessary to make or conversed in the form of Swiss cheese model are configured. The Swiss cheese model is really good for identifying incidents like medical mishaps is really popular in the hospital settings, and to imply different methods so that medication related errors can be reduced and save life of the patient by reduced side effects. If side effects can be reduced and the lives of the patient can be saved. So after that, there is the new innovative technologies that can be utilized for minimizing the errors. Like technical system is safe up to some extent. Like there's the flow chart which is also related to the technical system, like prescribing, transcription, dispensing, administration, monitoring related to the medication and administration record. It's showing that it should be based on the coding system or should be like EMR, electronic medical record, like computer based, so that errors can be reduced and future can be safe. So that's all about our weekly deliverable 2 that was related to the medication incident.
Hi guys, my name is Misha. I will be discussing weekly deliverable 3. It is the case regarding Cora, who's a geriatric patient admitted in home care center as she fell from bed and didn't receive proper care on time by the student nurse. We will be discussing steps to manage error, evade mistakes in upcoming time, adverse events, apology, impact, root cause analysis, reporting adverse events, and ways to manage falls, like observe the patient and supervise him or her regularly that he or she won't fall, raise the bedsides to avoid fall, check the conscious level blood pressure of the patient before letting them get up from the bed, assess patients like terminally ill or old age patients in walking, and bells can be provided to them so that whenever they want to go washroom or want to talk to nurse or other attendants, can help it. Hi everyone, my name is Navjot Kaur and today I'm going to discuss about weekly deliverable 4. So this case is all about patient safety and human errors, in which a dentist was about to administer a wrong anesthetic to the patient. As we know, errors in the preoperative period can often have grave consequences, and hence preoperative clinicians need to be aware of the impact of human errors and how to minimize them. So in this picture, there are some strategies about the error reductions, like forcing functions, standardization, parameters and checklists, rules and policies, education and information. So in next slide, there are some unsafe acts in the picture, like violations, errors, slips, lapses, mistakes. And mistakes are subdivided into rule-based and knowledge-based. So in this case study, there are 2 points. First is failing to read the drug label before administering the medication, and the second point is that dentist must have be informed of the changes in the vial color. So it is very important that the clinicians need to check the vial first, and if there is any changes in the hospital or in the healthcare department, he should know first before any preoperative procedure. Thank you so much, and the next slide will be discussed by Anjali. Hello everyone, I am Anjali Patil and I'll be discussing about weekly deliverable 5. This case was about cultural competence and palliative care and hospice care. So in this scenario, there was a Korean immigrant family who had an elderly member who was very ill. So the healthcare staff advised them that they should try to admit the patient into the hospice care. The family got really angry and the situation escalated. Before we discuss why this happened, let's discuss what is hospice and palliative care. So hospice care is given at the end of the lives when little to no prognosis is expected. So the treatment, warmth, and comfort of patient's life who is near the end of life due to serious illnesses are the main priorities. In palliative care, it is a little bit similar. Serious conditions like cancer or heart failure, which require specialized medical care, are called palliative care. In addition to the treatment, they treat serious illnesses, and individuals may also get hospital services in the palliative care. So, when we were discussing about this case study, we discussed what was the role of cultural incompetence in addressing these challenges. For example, the Western society and the Western countries are very acceptive for such kind of treatment protocols. But if we talk about the Eastern countries like India, for example, we believe that we make sure that our parents or elderly grandparents live with us till they die. So for us, this might be really new. So we should, when working in a multicultural environment, we should focus on how to discuss such sensitive scenarios with the patient. We should always have alternatives ready. We should be culturally competent and educated. So, for example, here is a case where Ida, she was a 72-year-old patient who was referred to hospice care. She was under respiratory distress when admitted. She was not eating, she was not smiling. But after the treatment in hospice care, she was smiling and the family was happy to see her relaxed. Her respiratory distress, it went away. And then after 15 minutes of PT, she died peacefully. So this kind of awareness is needed when you're working with different cultures. Thank you so much.